Hello gamers, me Mutahar, and I want to ask you a simple question. Is land finite, meaning that God ain't making new land, right? And before you go, but Muta, what about tectonic plates? Don't you dare, don't you dare get off, don't do it. No, ladies and gentlemen, there is no new land being made, okay? Whatever we have on Earth is what we got. And if you own an inch of it, a mile of it, or, a whole country, if you will, then you own something that frankly is more worth than anything on the planet right now. You own land. You own actual tangible goods that no one can take away from you, okay? Unless, you go up against a warlord or something, but that's a whole different story. You know what? What is something that, isn't rare? Virtual land, okay? Anything that's in the internet is not rare. It's rare by design, but it shouldn't have to be. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we looked at a while back Earth 2.0, and remember when we laughed at that nonsense and we said, who's buying JPEGs on Google Maps? Come on now. Now, since Earth 2.0 dropped, okay, ladies and gentlemen, I made those videos and I looked at it, and frankly, not much has ever changed, okay? We haven't really changed from these two testicles and a scrotum. I will not stop seeing that. What I actually have decided to do is I went into the news here, right? They've got active player essence rewards. Where's the gameplay? Where's any of that? Where's the Earth 2 gameplay? Because all I'm seeing is Google Earth, baby. In fact, let's go back here. They've got some development for Earth 2 building tech. Let's see that real quick. Let's check it out. They got a whole vlog? Man, open that up. Let me see this. Let me see that blog. Oh, dude, look at that. Oh, man, 3D rendering right there? Shit. I've totally never done that in any other open world game before. Christ. Damn, shoddy, look at that Unity render right there. God damn, it's like, it looks better than Space Engine and Star Citizen. But you know what? Star Citizen's more of a completed project of this, and that's saying something. High performance proprietary render pipeline equal Unity. In short, you made a game in Unity. Thank you. Thank you. Now, of course, this is not the only piece of land on the market. Frankly, there's even more land floating around. Now, for those of you who don't know, Bored Apes Yacht Club is a pretty popular NFT series, and they recently released Other Deeds for Other Side, their new upcoming MMO. Now, I want to really reiterate and look into what's actually been going on the other side. There's actually a few videos here as well that one can tap into. Let's actually check those out. Look at this one, boys. We got the Bored Apes drinking the chug jug. He's looking out. The other side is finally loading up. All right, here we go. We got other characters. We got our Bored Apes flying around what appears to be the Metaverse. And the Metaverse is definitely, there it is. There it is. That's somebody's land. That's your land. You got the CryptoPunks. You got the Froggies. You've got the mutants and all the other characters. Jesus Christ. What a carefully constructed piece of CGI. I've seen enough E3 presentations to never be excited. Now, of course, if you ever want to see what a deed looks like, well, you can buy land. Like, for instance, look at this one right here. Look at this weird Crackden, the ancient city from FF7, okay? Can't convince me otherwise. $8,200, okay? I don't know why that entails that much, but hey, hold on a second. You can get this crack den, all right, for $9,000. Oh wait, that's not a crack den. Actually, that's an Aztec crack den. $9,130. So you see that land? It's a nice little visual representation right here. That looks kind of cool. Okay, this looks like the Golden Shower land. $10,000. Okay, 10 grand. 10 grand for virtual land. Woohoo! Now, of course, let's go down into it, okay? Obviously, I'm being kind of an asshole. Let's check out what the other side is. So here's the other side, okay? Now, this is the MMO RPG Web3 game and design. I don't know, bring up all the buzzwords you want. Strange new world. We set out to build the other side with one thing in the mind. The metaverse should be anything but boring. Okay. The world should be dynamic, steeped in narrative. What is that even? And your action should hold consequences. Step into the other side where the normal rules do not apply. Where you end up is up to chance. And where you go is up to you. So again, they got it like the Pokemon starters. Like you got the grass, the fire, and the water. The other side is part galaxy and part archipelago, with islands extending from the biogenic swamp to the center and rolling outwards to the infinite expanse. So again, you've got multiple tiers. This is like a poor man's infinite, this is like the poor man's swamp. This is the cosmic dream. You're getting into the 1,000 Acre Woods territory. This is not any place you want to be after 7 o'clock sundown. All right, this is all right, we're getting some cute shit. And this This is some alien world tier 5 only for the richest of landowners, okay? This would be the Beverly Hills of this would be like the Malibu, if you will, of the other side. This is the Skid Row, okay? Accurate expectation, I guess. Again, you also get these little coda primal beings. These are, I guess these are like these are the people that live on the islands. These are the weird characters. And then you've got natural materials. Yes, you've got anima, ore, shard, and root, which are the raw materials that you can use to shape this world. I swear to God, I'm gonna bet $1 million on this. They're gonna have an OPEC cartel, okay? They're literally gonna have an OPEC just for the ore or any material. They're gonna make like people are gonna get together in discords, combine their communities, and only output those specific resources at prices that are super high. This will actually model the failures of the real world. I 100% could imagine that. And then you've got tools, boys. Woohoo! Look at that, tools, man. Well, you play Diablo? That's a baby game. You want to play this, dude? Look, these might even be little NFTs. Who knows? You got the little, butt plug dreidel, and then you've also got like the raccoon with like a glowing fetus in it. Now, of course, other deed. Hey, listen. They've also got one thing cool, which is the SDK. And the reason why this is cool, and this is the only real positive that I'm going to give them, they're the only metaverse people that have thought of this, okay? If you're going to make a metaverse where all these NFTs connect, you need to make sure the developers of those NFTs can build 3D models for your environment. The stupidest thing the NFT bros always say about, hey guys, if you have an NFT skin in Rainbow Six, you might be able to play it in Fortnite or Counter-Strike or some stupid shit like that, without realizing 3D models don't rig just between game engines, differing game engines. Doesn't work that way. Doesn't happen that way, let me tell you. Now, of course, when they've got an SDK, it allows them to have a similar framework, one engine that you can develop all your characters into. This is the smart thinking, okay? Doesn't mean that I'll play the other side metaverse, but I just want to see what the gameplay offers, okay? We heard about the lore, we heard about anything, but is there any actual game? Is there a roadmap? Let's check out the FAQ. When mint? The mint will begin at 9 p.m. Eastern. Okay, when is the mint price? 305 ape coin per other deed. How does the mint work? I want to identify where the word gameplay is written, okay? KYC, when is the reveal? You'll be able to see your other deed and explore the other side map within 24 hours. If that just means I looked at JPEGs, shame on you. That's disgusting. But where's the gameplay? Hold on, let's Control F. Let's find where that juicy gameplay is. Wait a minute. For a goddamn MMORPG, Web3, Metaverse, there certainly isn't a lot of gameplay here. Hold on. Release. Oh, there's not even a release. Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. Roadmap. Damn, dude. All those words just be missing? Christ, it's like they want to make you buy on speculation and hype, and who knows if the actual project comes out. I mean, we've seen it with Earth 2, Cryptoland, all these projects. Who knows? Who knows when the project comes out? I mean, fuck if we care. We just sold you how much land? Nearly $500 million worth. Because yes, the overall pricing for this ended up going to $530 million for Yuga Lab. So solid payday for the company on that one. Full respect on that. 100% solid flex. Of course, even in their other side NFT listing, they've given you assumptions of risks. Who knows? All right. Who knows about you want to acknowledge the risk, okay, right? You want to make sure that any access rights, lack of access rights, as may be the case from time to time. Lack of access rights is very interesting. Other deeds are digital assets recording and transferable on the Ethereum blockchain, basically to make you understand that there is some risk. You're taking it. Now, of course, there's also the exploration aspect of it. So this is I guess you could say the Milky Rectum is what this universe is called. And of course, hey, let's click on the crack dens out there. I want to go to the crack den out here. Yeah, so these are all like finite plots of land. So let's see what's happening in like the two islands over here. You've got the Molten Tier 2 there. Awesome. And then you've got, what is this? Tier 1 Swamp. What an amazing place to be in. Of course, this is the universe, and I'm sure it will constantly expand. This is where everyone wants to be, like the hopefully the richest parts of the area. But of course, this is for the people that are spending way more than $10,000. This is for the poor several $1,000 spenders up there, okay? So again, that's as close as you're getting to the overall gameplay aspect of it, okay? It pretty much is what it is. Now, NFTs are in an interesting spot, okay? Recently, there's whole articles about, hey, the space is kind of dying. And while it may look like activity's slowing up a little bit, NFTs are actually consolidating, okay? They know that there's tons of projects that come up and fail. And so really most of the volume, most of the money is really centered around the big projects like Bored Apes Yacht Club, Mutant Ape Yachts, CryptoPunks, the super high profile blue chip NFT stuff out there, the really expensive shit. So again, the NFT market is basically priced out of the average person, all right? And the future of gaming, if gaming's, companies are successful with NFTs, could see something pretty similar in regards to pricing the average player out. This is truly a market for those who just have way too much money to burn. And burn is a key word over here, because burn involves that there was some actual money wasted in here. How much money? Almost $160 million worth of money. Don't believe me? Let's do the math. So here's the burn leaderboard, okay? In just 24 hours, Other Deed burned 55,542 Ethereum. Yes, compared to the other people, OpenSea, General Transfers, ApeCoin, 3,000, 1,000. Almost nothing in comparison to this land minting. Now, what is a burn in this case, okay? Let me go over what a burn is just to really teach you how this works. Now, in Ethereum, something known as EIP 1559, which is there for the market fee mechanism on Ethereum, actually showcases that before it, the fees and the block rewards would go to the miners, the people that are processing a lot of the Ethereum, backend. Now, with EIP 1559, these guys get a block reward, a tip, but a base fee gets burned, which means that Ethereum gets sent to a defunct wallet and basically gets thrown out of the entire mix. Now, the reason why they're doing this is to switch to a much more energy efficient model, which is a proof of stake versus the current proof of work. Now, to understand how much money got burned, 55,000. So let's do the math real quick, okay? Let's do 55,000 ETH to US dolans, right? That's a little bit less than what was actually burned, but just to understand, the amount is $162 million. Yes, $162 million got thrown into the fire just to mint some virtual land that doesn't even exist in reality, even in game form yet, to be honest. Now, of course, if you look at the actual impact on the entire network, you can see right here, average day, average day, average day. Whoa, what is that going on May 1st? Whew, my birthday was a wild day for Ethereum. So, of course, if you were just some average person, your transaction fees would go through the roof. Again, if you look at the burn, average is 2,000, to 6,000. All of a sudden, 71K burned. Even the net issuance, this actually put it in a negative. There was more money burned than put into the system that day. Now that means if you were to buy like a $200 NFT or like you were to do something in that nature, well, what happens is you would spend like $3,000 in the transaction. So the people that were buying, these NFTs, they were spending more money in transaction fees just to actually get it going because there was so much strain on the network that it almost crashed. It like basically put it at risk. And, it really shows that if these guys want to achieve, any form of minting in the future for this virtual land, they got to have their own blockchain, man, because they're screwing up Ethereum for everyone. Now, even a company like Yuga Labs, which is arguably the largest in the space, would probably have decided some actual optimizations. One really good thread by a dude known as Will Papper actually said that nearly 100 million was burned on the gas for the base fee in just an hour, right? So again, that's how much got burned, and the contract had 0 gas optimizations. My personal favorite out of this is how bad this one was. So implementing these optimizations would be as simple as changing the word from ERC 721 enumerable to ERC 721, importing ERC 721A, and then literally changing the word from safe mint to just mint. That could have saved $80 million according to this guy. Boy, imagine $160 million just burned over virtual fucking land. How is this a sustainable practice? How is this a sustainable market? I have no idea. I have no capacity for it. But I think what's really wild for me is the implication, right? A lot of people think that NFTs in video games are failing, but I think this is a good example of why some of these big developers and publishers want to chase NFTs. Look, making one video game, is probably going to make you operate on just I want to say you're not going to make close to anything if you're just making AAA gaming experiences, unfortunately. Even with microtransactions and the battle pass models that we have, unless you're someone like Activision with Call of Duty Warzone, one of the most played battle royales, or Rockstar with GTA 5, how much money you can make is really up to how big that brand is. For the average publisher who's making like God knows how many IPs like Ubisoft and whatnot, they don't have that brand. They don't have that ability to push those levels of microtransactions. So when you look at something like NFTs, they could imagine that, hey, if the game is moderately successful and people really get into the idea of buying and trading, not only do we own the whole house, but because this is a player-driven market based on artificial rarity, all of a sudden these prices jump from like, you know, a couple, they could literally sell you something for $100, and then these prices are being sold around for thousands upon thousands of dollars, all within blockchains they will probably make. And when those things are getting traded for that volume, the actual winners in this capacity are the actual gaming companies. If they could create these pieces of land, mint them, and run them around, they could make way more money making one game with the successful NFT model than fucking 50 AAA titles. That's unfortunately the world that this can kind of cause. Now, do I think this is going to go anywhere? Honestly, given the fact that I've been following these metaverses for months at this point, over a year, 2 years almost, I don't see this succeeding, okay? We've only seen CGI footage out of it, and the other projects in this vein have not even materialized whatsoever. Now, granted, Bored Apes Yacht Club, way more money into it. They've got like VC funding and everything. Maybe you might actually get a game. But is it really going to be that different than World of Warcraft or anything? Look, the idea of finite land is not even new to blockchain stuff. Games like Final Fantasy XIV have finite land. This is not anywhere a new concept whatsoever. Will this succeed? Who knows? Okay, first off, in order to make this win, in order to make the engagement there, the game itself has to be good. If the majority of player bases can't even afford to play the game or jump into it, that's going to be a problem in of itself. But you know what? I just wanted to like look at one of the disasters of the NFT world. In just literally one day, the entire network was brought to nearly a grinding halt. And even when it didn't stop completely, $160 million gone in the span of hours over virtual land. Let that sink into your soul. This is me, Mutahar, and if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it if you dislike it. I am